New Orleans band Tank And The Bangas are on the roller coaster ride of their lives. In March this year, they beat more than 6,000 entries to win the third NPR Tiny Desk Contest.
It's like, what are the chances? We little group from New Orleans that have been traveling for years with this weird music, and there's so many people out there. We saw videos of people that inspire us, Jamie Woods, Shantae Can, like, there's a way that we're going to win this. And then when we did, it was like, that's when you know that the destination and the destiny have aligned. It's ours. It's our win.
Host of the wildly popular Tiny Desk concert series, Bob Boylan created a contest to help talented yet unsigned bands get a leg up. Its first ever winner, Fantastic Negrito, won a Grammy this year. 2017's winners are fast becoming the name on everyone's lips.
Tank and the Bangas, who came up with that name?
I came up with the name, but I didn't come up with the name because the group literally started off at first the Black Star Bangers, because a lot of us met at Black Star Books and Cafe.
Yeah.
And so the house band there was Black Star Bangers. And we used to travel a lot together. But when the band just became my very own, I always thought, Tarriona, Tank Ball, and the Black Star Bangers. I was like, that's really long. Let's shorten it to Tank and the Bangas. And I didn't even like that, but I was like, but now it's grown on me. We first started out, let's do this type of music. Let's just stick to soul. And, before you know it, let's try to branch out to different type of music. And then let's really take time to cultivate our original music. So it was a journey like that of literally finding ourselves and each other through music.
Who was I to you? Was I just a very long day? Did I last too long? How could you throw the day away? One thing I have learned from this ridiculous experience: never trust a drummer because the beat keeps going. Now you're on the road, I can silly.
Tell us about what it means to be from New Orleans and how that defines you.
When you said that, it made me think, do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? I'm like, I love that song. To be from New Orleans means that you have a natural ability to connect with people. I believe that. And because New Orleans makes you feel very welcome, and the fact that no matter what time it is, you can always find food and entertainment.
Tell me about Yum Yum House.
That's my aunt's house. The Yum Yum, it was where we was rehearsing at, for years. We just stopped rehearsing there. Just beautiful vibes. My auntie Tina, positive, always cooking. She worked festivals for years. And, we had to go to London. We got to go to London. How are we going to get there? She was like, y'all need to open up the yard. Y'all need to have a party. I need to put the oysters on the ground. And we was like, okay, Tina. But she kept saying it so much that it literally happened. And we started having these parties every month to, make money so that we could go stay in London. We raised enough money to stay there for 3 months.
Wow.
In 2005, tragedy struck. Hurricane Katrina hit landfall. Tank, like thousands in New Orleans, fled her home. She describes it as the worst yet best thing to have happened to her.
In the lead up to I know you guys had hurricane parties and things like that. And what was it like?
My aunt had a hurricane party, actually, my auntie Tina. And she was like, we're just going to stay, we're going to grill, like she liked to do and have fun. What ended up happening is that she said she heard a big bang, poosh. And before she knew it, she saw water swirling around the stop sign. And before she knew it was in the house to the roof. And her and my aunts had to get in the attic and had to be rescued by a neighbor with a boat. And just things you just couldn't believe. Before that happened, everyone would always have hurricane parties because nothing ever hits, nothing ever really, happens. And my aunts were gonna stay. My grandmother, we encouraged her to leave. Thank God they left because her house was a wreck. If my grandmother would have stayed there, she would have been gone. After the storm, I had a friend that called me. He was a part of HBO's Brave New Voices, which is a bunch of young poets. And he called me. He was like, Tank, I want you to come down here and try out. I came, changed my world, and I met these people that sung and wrote poetry. And, we had just this vibe that was just natural, kismet. And they were called Team Snow. just slam New Orleans.
Sometimes I take the thoughts from my mind, I put them on the wall so I can show who I truly idolize. That's described as my fire, I aspire to be like myself.
Spend so much time trying to change your personality, but the one that's been through changes, it's me, it's me.
You know, they showed me what hard work was, and that if you work hard for something that you could get it, you know. We won this big national competition, and that's when I knew, okay, it's time for me to stop doing this and to focus on something where I could combine the music and the poetry for life.
Tank, the youngest of 4 daughters, inherited her gift for singing from her father, a charismatic radio DJ.
He was the singer of the family. He was the entertainer. He was a disc jockey, and my mom said he was very romantic. And could sing like Stevie Wonder. So those are my memories of my dad.
I see.
Those are my memories. But I think that he would be proud. He would be proud of what I'm doing. And I feel like I'm living out what he couldn't finish, what he died way too early to see.
The band have been playing together since 2011 and have released several albums independently.
Random Me is my first album ever, and Tank is the album I put together with the boys.
Okay.
And the live album is basically a live version of Think Tank.
Think Tank also contains one of her most memorable tracks, Roller Coaster, based on a poem she wrote about overcoming one's fears. The studio version has a traditional R&B slant, but more recent live versions highlight the evolving sound of Tank and the Bangas.
It's the butterflies, the fireflies, fighting in my stomach. Light between their wings, men are scared to fly.
New experiences like their London sojourn continue to color their sound and inspire Tank's songwriting.
It just was a great experience. I wrote about all type of things. It's not in my poems. It's talking about how I was in elementary school and the problems that I deal with my weight that always goes up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the songs are just they're fun and they feel good because you know I like to feel good. And I love to be in my feelings, but I like to feel good too. You know, and they have my bouncy nature in them. So. I'm excited to, oh my God, I don't want to hear nobody else's album but my own. Like, I've heard enough music this year. Like, I'm ready for that to come out. Please, Tank, put your album out. I tell myself that every day, please, Tank, put your album out, please.
You are like a loop. I feel like I'm going round and round with you. I feel like the holes inside my soup. And don't nobody get below for eating the soup. See, I got the mouth full of questions, baby.